Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another chess analysis. This game was played on Thursday the 16th of February, so 2 days ago from this recording. And I'm playing with black in this case, and my opponent's playing white, and in this case I've won, so congratulations to me. I've found a way to display the chess moves a little more accurately, because last time it was quite chaotic. So yeah, we're going to start with what began. So we start with king's pawn, Sicillian defense, and then knight out, and then pawn forward. This is the grand Prix attack. I've done a little bit of research into this, and this would be the main line. This is one variation of it, with getting both knights out, and then kind of starting an attack on the queen side, and trying to get this pin. So that's one variation of it. So this stems from the close Sicilian, which is quite nice. So what was played is I played e6, which isn't it's not very common, I don't think, because this bishop's kind of blocked anyway, so you don't really need to get out yet. I mean, I guess it can develop the queen maybe to here or here, I don't know. But this is what I played. Knight out. So then we're seeing a very similar idea. Pawn forward in this case. Bishop b5. So after bishop b5, I do knight e7, and he plays d4. I play c takes d4, knight takes d4, which is what happens. And then bishop d7, so unpinning the knight from the king. So at the moment he's got quite a nice centre and got quite a nice attack, and quite a lot of attacking chances on both sides actually. But he hasn't developed the dark square bishop or the queen yet, and he hasn't castled, which is what he does the next move. And then I play a6 to kick away the bishop. And in this case, what he should have played was knight takes, queen takes, bishop takes, knight takes, and then this would be a lot better for him because he's a lot more developed, though it is about equal in this case. So what he plays instead is bishop back. But what he could have also played this. He could have also played bishop takes, and then pawn takes, or bishop takes, or knight takes. The reason why pawn takes is because you don't really want to trade, because it's quite a bad position for black, getting this open queen side and blocking the bishop. So he goes back, pawn forward, pawn to b5, and then bishop back to b3. So in this case, queen d6, trying to pin the king, though it wasn't the correct move because this is now +2 for white, because white can just defend it quite easily. What I should have done is knight takes, queen takes again. But what he does, he plays bishop e3, and I take the centre pawn, which is a big mistake here. Because what happens is taking the centre pawn allows this knight to come out here, and then come attack my king. And then there's also and this bishop down here is blocked. So this is basically now a bishop and a rook, like out of the game. Where white's pieces are nice and active. So bishop blocks, and I take. What I should have done was castled first, just to basically make the king safer and get the rook into the game. This is still +2, by the way, even though this is +5. So yeah, knight takes. That makes sense. But that was a mistake. Because what the best move would have been is knight played here. And this seems a little bit odd, because you think, well, why not here? You're going to capture it. But you know you're not, because the bishop's attacking the queen, so you're not going to capture it. So I take, he takes back, and I go knight into d5. And then what? And then he went bishop back, and I castled. So what should have been played was knight takes. This knight should take. Queen takes, bishop takes. Knight f5, bishop f2 to basically protect the bishop. This is slightly better for white. Though it's about equal because of what. Though this bishop still isn't that good, but can now be developed. What we had is knight to d5, bishop back to f2, long castle. However, in this position, long castling is a mistake because knight takes, and after knight takes, can't take knight back because your queen's under attack. You have to move the queen, and he takes your rook. So he's now basically up a rook for a knight. And you can also give a check if you want as well, but that's not really, as long as it's defended, yeah, it'll be fine. It's not defended at the moment. And I block with the knight. So from this position, it goes to +8. So now white's pretty much have a queen in this position, even though it's not at the moment. And I go here, and that's +9. So after knight e3, attacking the queen and the rook, queen e2, and yeah, this is an okay move. It's not the best move in this position. It does defend the queen, but I can probably take the rook. No, I can't take the rook because my queen's under attack. Yeah, but this just saves the queen. It doesn't really do anything, and it kind of gets the queen out of this nice file. What should have been played is knight takes, and if I had taken back here, he could have taken back here. I take back, he takes back, and I take back, he takes back, and now he's up a piece. He's up one knight. So my mistake. It's equal in this case, but it's a lot better for white because it's actually +9, even though it looks equal, just because these rooks are so active, whereas mine are still in the back in the original position. So this wasn't played. What was played is queen to e2 and bishop takes e6. Okay, and bishop takes. So basically, what my idea was here is I want to play bishop to c5. However, it's defended by both knights, so it's not a good move. So if I remove one of the defenders, maybe I can open up the position again. Maybe allow my bishop to come up. So that's what I did. I removed the knight with the bishop. Bishop takes and then pawn takes on e6. F takes e6, and then bishop takes e3. So taking the knight. Because if he hadn't done that, I would have been up at knight. This is still +6. Knight to d4, attacking the queen again, and queen f2. Now this is a mistake because this goes down to +4. I mean, it's not too bad, but what should have been played is queen d3. It's still +6 then. And if check this because if I give him the check, though this looks quite scary because you can't take back because then I take the queen with the rook. You take back, you can still take back, and you think why can't I take the queen with the rook? Queen takes, bishop takes, and in this case it's up a knight for white. So after queen f2, it's queen c6. So what you can see here is there's 2 attackers of the knight and there's 2 defenders. However, if he gets a defender, if he gets another rook out, or if he does c3, yeah, then my knight's lost. So I have to find a way to counterattack, which is what I do. I counterattack the knight on e4, and the knight has to run away. If he can defend it, yeah, sure. He can't defend it with the queen. He can't really defend it because if he defends it, I just take his piece that's defending. Because now my knight's not pinned to the queen. So knight g5, which it doesn't look very nice because it goes from +5 to +2.8. What would have been better is just take the knight. Knight takes, and then take back. and then this is a lot better for white because you've got this nice queen alone, got isolated pawns, and yeah, these pieces at the back aren't doing anything. Nothing here. So knight to g5, queen to d8, d7, just backing up this knight again, because now it's two defenders to two defenders. And then rook a to d1, and now it's three attackers to two defenders, and I pushed a pawn forward. Yeah, I pushed the pawn forward to e5, and the best move for white, as you can see, is just to attack the knight with c5. He takes, and it goes from +9 to +7.5, so it's still decent. He's still better in the position. However, what I better would be c3, bishop to c5, and just c takes d4, e takes d4, queen c2, queen c6, bishop back to f2, and then this is just better for white because we have a knight again. However, he plays f takes e5, and bishop to c5, basically just defending the knight. Because what he commented, he said taking this was a mistake, even though I mean it wasn't that big of a mistake. He should have just attacked that knight. He would have got a better knight here. The trading would have gone a lot better for him. However, he took, and then he goes bishop. I got bishop to c5, c3. Now in this position, c3 goes from +8 to +4. You know, and why? Because rook hf8, attacking the queen. Now a normal person would defend the queen or move the queen out of the way. Yeah, no, queen takes f8. Rook takes f8. Rook takes f8. Bishop takes f8. And now it's a queen and a knight and a bishop for a rook and a knight and a bishop. So it goes from +4 to -1. And then he takes back in the centre with bishop takes d4. I go bishop c5. Knight takes, and this is a big mistake here. Knight takes h7 because this traps the knight. After the queen comes out, you can't defend the knight anymore. What should have been played is just knight back, because then this knight's safe, and it's defending this bishop again. And then the game would have continued with a endgame where white being a knight and a rook up to a queen, with white having 2 pawns more. So it's actually white has about an equal amount of material. Wait, so it's for black it's 9 plus 3, which is 12, plus 4, which is 16, and for white it's 6 plus 5, 11, plus 3 plus 6 is 17. So white has actually got more material in this case, but it's a lot more dangerous for white because of how the position is. So he takes a big mistake, and I take back with check. So bishop takes d4, check. Rook takes d4, of course, attacking the queen. And queen to f5. And this is where the knight could get taken. And he plays knight f8, which is odd. I mean, it doesn't do anything. What he should have played was h4, and then after the check, king h2, and then queen takes knight on h7, and this would have been slightly better position because then you can advance these pawns up forward, and then maybe you can get the rook back in the game. After knight f8, I take the pawn, which it makes sense because I shouldn't have taken the pawn there. I should have taken the knight, because then it's only a rook versus the queen instead of a rook and a knight versus the queen. But what I thought is, if I attack the knight here, see if the knight's standing here and I attack it, I thought maybe I didn't have enough tempo. I thought maybe it was too slow. Because let's say white played something else like h3. I take, he goes forward. I go here. He goes forward. And he has to block. White has to block with the queen. Then I can just attack with the rook. I basically defend with the rook. And now this queen's kind of stuck at the back because he can't take. But then the king can come. And I just didn't really consider this. I mean, it's because the king can't even attack the pawn. You can't even take the pawn here because then this is a winning game for white. So you can't take the pawn. So now these pieces are kind of stuck here. This being +2 for white, nearly +3 for white, just because of how stuck the pieces are. However, I kind of thought about what would happen if that happened. So this position, queen takes e5. Yeah. However, I should have taken knight here because now I do have enough tempo. And so queen takes e5. Rook down to d1. And what do you think? Why would you get the rook back? Why would you take the rook back to the? Why would you put the rook on the rank? But because if you don't, let's say you play this attacking the queen. Yeah, it's mate in one. You can't do anything as mate. So that's why you have to play rook back. Yeah. And I go queen to c5 check, and this forks the king and the knight. So after king h1, and I mean you could also defend with the rook, but then it's just the same idea. Queen takes an f8, queen takes an f8, and then d3, which is a horrible move because it allows this fork. Queen to f3 check. And then here's why my opponent resigned, because you've just lost. It's a queen versus 2 pawns. That's the conversation. Yeah, but after king g1, queen takes, king g2. Yeah, you've just lost. Okay. In this case, this is a possible move. Though it is, I mean. You could continue the game with after king to g1 because that defends the f1 square, and it doesn't allow a fork or anything. Yeah, but after this, it's still losing for white horribly because it's -5. Yeah, so it was in this position that I did, which is where I won. Which is quite nice. -72 if you're interested, because I can just attack the pawn, take all these pawns, take the knight, and then I just get past pawn and I can checkmate. Very nice. If you're interested in anything else, you can ask in the comments. Maybe I missed a sideline. Maybe I haven't talked through the opening fully or something. I don't know. If you want more comment, you can just ask. Have fun. Remember to subscribe. Yeah. If you're thinking maybe like rook checks, it doesn't work. The king just takes. So that's the game. Nice game. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.